I seek refuge with Allah from the accursed shaitan. O believers, what is the matter with you, that when you are asked to march forth in the cause of Allah, you cling firmly to your land? Do you prefer the life of this world over the hereafter? The enjoyment of this worldly life is insignificant compared to that of the hereafter. If you do not march forth, He will afflict you with a painful torment and replace you with other people. You are not harming Him in the least, and Allah is most capable of everything. It does not matter if you believers do not support Him, for Allah did in fact support him when the disbelievers drove him out of Mecca, and he was only one of two. While they both were in the cave, he reassured his companion, "Do not worry, Allah is certainly with us." So Allah sent down His serenity upon the Prophet, supported him with forces you believers did not see, and made the word of the disbelievers lowest, while the word of Allah is supreme. And Allah is Almighty, All-Wise. O believers, march forth, whether it is easy or difficult for you, and strive with your wealth and your lives in the cause of Allah. That is best for you. If only you knew, had the gain been within reach, and the journey shorter, they would have followed you, but the distance seemed too long for them, and they will swear by Allah, had we been able, we would have certainly joined you. They are ruining themselves, and Allah knows that they are surely lying. May Allah pardon you, O Prophet. Why did you give them permission to stay behind, before those who told the truth were distinguished from those who were lying? Those who believe in Allah and the last day do not ask for exemption from striving with their wealth and their lives, and Allah has perfect knowledge of those who are mindful of Him. No one would ask for exemption except those who have no faith in Allah or the last day, and whose hearts are in doubt, so they are torn by their doubts. Had they really intended to march forth, they would have made preparations for it, but Allah disliked that they should go, so He let them lag behind, and it was said to them, "Stay with those helpless who remain behind." Had they gone forth with you believers, they would have been nothing but trouble for you, and would have scrambled around, seeking to spread discord in your midst, and some of you would have eagerly listened to them, and Allah has perfect knowledge of the wrongdoers. They had already sought to spread discord before and devised every possible plot against you, O Prophet, until the truth came, and Allah's will prevailed, much to their dismay. There are some of them who say, "Exempt me, and do not expose me to temptation." They have already fallen into temptation, and hell will surely engulf the disbelievers. If a blessing befalls you, O Prophet, they grieve, but if a disaster befalls you, they say, "We took our precaution in advance," and turn away, rejoicing. Say, "Nothing will ever befall us except what Allah has destined for us. He is our protector." So in Allah let the believers put their trust. Say, "Are you awaiting anything to befall us except one of the two best things, victory or martyrdom? But we are awaiting Allah to afflict you with torment, either from Him or at our hands. So keep waiting. We too are waiting with you." Say, "O Prophet, whether you done it willingly or unwillingly, it will never be accepted from you, for you have been a rebellious people. And what prevented their donations from being accepted is that they have lost faith in Allah and His Messenger. They never come to prayer except half-heartedly, and they never done it except resentfully. So let neither their wealth nor children impress you, O Prophet. Allah only intends to torment them through these things in this worldly life, then their souls will depart while they are disbelievers. They swear by Allah that they are part of you, but they are not. They only say so out of fear. If only they could find a refuge, or cave, or any hiding place, they would rush headlong towards it. There are some of them who are critical of your distribution of alms, O Prophet. If they are given some of it, they are pleased, but if not, they are enraged. If only they had been content with what Allah and His Messenger had given them and said, "Allah is sufficient for us, Allah will grant us out of His bounty, and so will His Messenger. To Allah alone we turn with hope." Alms tax is only for the poor and the needy, for those employed to administer it, for those whose hearts are attracted to the faith, for freeing slaves, for those in debt, for Allah's cause, and for needy travelers. This is an obligation from Allah, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. And there are others who hurt the Prophet by saying, "He listens to anyone." Say, "O Prophet, he listens to what is best for you. He believes in Allah, has faith in the believers, and is a mercy for those who believe among you. Those who hurt Allah's Messenger will suffer a painful punishment." They swear by Allah to you believers in order to please you, while it is the pleasure of Allah and His Messenger they should seek, if they are true believers. Do they not know that whoever opposes Allah and His Messenger will be in the fire of hell forever? That is the ultimate disgrace. The hypocrites fear that a surah should be revealed about them, exposing what is in their hearts. Say, O Prophet, keep mocking. Allah will definitely bring to light what you fear. If you question them, they will certainly say, we were only talking idly and joking around. Say, was it Allah, His revelations, and His Messenger that you ridiculed? Make no excuses, you have lost faith after your belief. If we pardon a group of you, we will punish others for their wickedness. The hypocrites, both men and women, are all alike. They encourage what is evil, forbid what is good, and withhold what is in their hands. They neglected Allah, so He neglected them. Surely, the hypocrites are the rebellious. Allah has promised the hypocrites, both men and women, and the disbelievers an everlasting stay in the fire of hell. It is sufficient for them. Allah has condemned them, and they will suffer a never-ending punishment. You hypocrites are like those disbelievers before you. They were far superior to you in might and more abundant in wealth and children. They enjoyed their share in this life. You have enjoyed your share, just as they did, and you have engaged in idle talk, just as they did. Their deeds have become void in this world and the hereafter, and it is they who are the true losers. Have they not received the stories of those destroyed before them, the people of Noah, Ad, and Samud, the people of Abraham, the residents of Midian, and the overturned cities of Lot? Their messengers came to them with clear proofs. Allah would have never wronged them, but it was they who wronged themselves. The believers, both men and women, are guardians of one another. They encourage good and forbid evil, establish prayer and pay alms tax, and obey Allah and His Messenger. It is they who will be shown Allah's mercy. Surely Allah is Almighty, All-Wise. Allah has promised the believers, both men and women, gardens under which rivers flow, to stay there forever, and splendid homes in the gardens of eternity, and, above all, the pleasure of Allah. That is truly the ultimate triumph. O Prophet, struggle against the disbelievers and the hypocrites, and be firm with them. Hell will be their home. What an evil destination! They swear by Allah that they never said anything blasphemous, while they did in fact utter a blasphemy, lost faith after accepting Islam, and plotted what they could not carry out. It is only through resignation that they pay Allah and His Messenger back for enriching them out of His bounty. If they repent, it will be better for them. But if they turn away, Allah will torment them with a painful punishment in this world and the hereafter, and they will have no one on earth to protect or help them. And there are some who had made a vow to Allah, if He gives us from His bounty, we will surely spend in charity and be of the righteous. But when He gave them out of His bounty, they withheld it and turned away indifferently. So He caused hypocrisy to plague their hearts until the day they will meet Him, for breaking their promise to Allah and for their lies. Do they not know that Allah fully knows their evil thoughts and secret talks, and that Allah is the knower of all unseen? There are those who slander some of the believers for donating liberally and mock others for giving only the little they can afford. Allah will throw their mockery back at them, and they will suffer a painful punishment. It does not matter whether you, O Prophet, pray for them to be forgiven or not. Even if you pray for their forgiveness 70 times, Allah will never forgive them. That is because they have lost faith in Allah and His Messenger, and Allah does not guide the rebellious people. Those hypocrites who remain behind rejoiced for doing so in defiance of the Messenger of Allah, and hated the prospect of striving with their wealth and their lives in the cause of Allah. They said to one another, do not march forth in the heat. Say, O Prophet, the fire of hell is far hotter. If only they could comprehend. So let them laugh a little. They will weep much as a reward for what they have committed. If Allah returns you, O Prophet, to a group of them, and they ask to go forth with you, say, you will not ever go forth or fight an enemy along with me. You preferred to stay behind the first time, so stay with those helpless who remain behind. And do not ever offer funeral prayers for any of their dead, nor stand by their grave at burial, for they have lost faith in Allah and His Messenger, and died rebellious. And let neither their wealth nor children impress you, O Prophet. Allah only intends to torment them through these things in this world, and then their souls will depart while they are disbelievers. Whenever a surah is revealed stating, "Believe in Allah and struggle along with His Messenger," the rich among them would ask to be exempt, saying, "Leave us with those who remain behind." They preferred to stay behind with the helpless, and their hearts have been sealed so they do not comprehend. But the Messenger and the believers with him strive with their wealth and their lives. They will have all the best, and it is they who will be successful. Allah has prepared for them gardens under which rivers flow, to stay there forever. That is the ultimate triumph. Some nomadic Arabs also came with excuses, seeking exemption, and those who were untrue to Allah and His Messenger remained behind with no excuse. The unfaithful among them will be afflicted with a painful punishment. There is no blame on the weak, the sick, or those lacking the means if they stay behind, as long as they are true to Allah and His Messenger. There is no blame on the good doers, and Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. Nor is there any blame on those who came to you, O Prophet, for mounts. Then when you said, "I can find no mounts for you," they left with eyes overflowing with tears out of grief that they had nothing to contribute. Blame is only on those who seek exemption from you, although they have the means. They prefer to stay behind with the helpless, and Allah has sealed their hearts, so they do not realize the consequences.